And now for something completely different. Welcome back, gamers. What? That's not Hardened Scales? Yeah, I wanna try something else today just for fun. I haven't played a different modern deck in like ages. So I wanna come back to one of my other favorite decks, Goblins. I haven't played it in modern in like forever, but I played it a lot in Legacy. And it's also really good in modern, so um, let's just look at the deck list and then start a league and see how it goes. This is what I threw together by going through some tournament results on like MTG Goldfish and kinda also put my personal note on it. So this deck's really cool because like in modern, either you are really fast at killing your opponent or you sorta try to grind it out or control the game, and the funny part is the goblins can kinda do all of that. We got our infinite combo here on the right. This is like the combo pile. Let's look at this first. Conspicuous Snoop says it has, you play with the top card revealed and it has all the activated abilities. Kind of a flavor of Soul Cauldron too. You could play Soul Cauldron in this deck, by the way, but I'm not gonna for now. Anyway, if you put, you have then Boggart Harbinger, which can tutor a goblin to the top of your library. So you can put Kiki Chiki on top, which makes Snoop have the copy ability, but it can copy itself because it just says non-legendary creature. And then you can make another one and basically infinite tapped conspicuous Snoop copies. But it doesn't matter that they're tapped, because then when you have like 20 or more, you can copy the Harbinger instead and tutor Sling Gang Lieutenant to the top of your library. And then you can sacrifice all of these tapped Snoop copies to drain your opponent out. So you can kill as early as turn 3, just play Snoop. It has to not have Summoning Sickness, so play it on turn 2, play Harbinger on turn 3, Kiki on top, and you can just win if the combo isn't interrupted. And what's cool about the kill in this deck is, comparing with Hardened Scales, you don't really have to go quote-unquote all in. You usually, if they disrupt you, you lose one card and not your whole board state, so that's nice. And also, Snoop says you can cast goblins from the top of your library, which means it's not just a combo piece, it's all just a generically really good card, 2 mana, 2/2, that allows you to just do the future sight thing with goblins. And Harbinger is also not bad if you're not comboing. You can just tutor any of our, what we have here, like this is the card advantage pile, Goblin Ringleader. From the top 4, you get all the goblins in your hand when it enters. Goblin Matron, you can tutor a goblin to your hand. And Horde Master is both a lord for 2 mana, and it says when a goblin dies, you can exile the top card, and if it's a goblin, you can cast it until your next end step. So you can just tutor a ringleader if you're playing against mid-range or control or something, and it goes to the top, but then next turn you get some card advantage going. It's kind of sick. Then here we have our generically just good cards, I would say. Those provide board presence. This makes 2 1/1s, this makes a 1/1, and when it dies 2. Pashelic Mons says when a goblin dies, you can ping, so you can also just flood the board, and then when you have Pashelic Mons and Sling Gang, every goblin you sacrifice drains for 1 and pings for 1, so you're not that far off of just killing them usually. And I added a War Chief to be a little bit faster. Like if we're not comboing, we still probably have to kill them, depending on what deck we're playing against. Then we have our removal pile. I chose 4 experts, which can shoot planeswalkers and creatures, and is Flash Goblin, so that's really nice. 1 Crater Maker is a little bit more removal. It can also kill colorless non-land permanents, so like artifacts usually. It can even destroy Emrakul, which is really funny. You don't see it much in Modern, but it can do it. And Mog Fanatic to have another 1-drop and maybe kill some, I don't know, some 1 toughness creatures. Of course, you don't see many of those these days. And the last pile is the mana advantage pile. We have Aether Vial, of course, the best. This is, in my opinion, the best Aether Vial deck, because usually Aether Vial, when you play like humans, it goes, you go up in tempo, but you go down in a card in your hand. But all of the goblins we play provide card advantage. So Aether Vial is just generally super sick in this deck. You flash in anything at any point in time. And Prospector, you could also play the new Ignoble Hierarch, so you could make it a chant build and play the actual mana dork, but I think Skirk Prospector is actually the better card, in my opinion. Sacrificing a goblin provides a lot of value. If you have Mog War Marshal, you just basically play it as a ritual. You can sacrifice the card itself and get another token and a mana. If you have Mons, you can ping anytime you sacrifice. If you have Wardmaster, it's kind of a combo. You get mana and you get card advantage. You can just keep casting stuff. It's really sick. So there's tons of awesome interactions in this deck. These days, sadly, people have lots of answers to Ether Vial. It used to just stick around forever, but now we have Prismatic Endings and Leyline Bindings and whatnot, so we can't count on that card as much as we used to, which could be a problem. So I think the deck's really good, but we could also run into lots of matchups and situations where we don't do anything and die, because we have lots of 3 and 4 drops too, so the deck can be kind of slow. And then with 21 lands, I added a swamp and 3 mountains. We have the Blood Moons in the sideboard, so I'm not sure about the swamp, because you do have mostly red cards, but there's 10 black cards, so it makes sense. I was thinking about Prismatic Vista, but I think just playing normal fetch lands is better. We have the 1 Stomping Ground for the Masked Vandal. This is an interesting card. It's a shapeshifter, a changeling, which means it is a goblin in every zone. Weirdly enough, the changeling ability applies in any zone, not only on the battlefield, so you can tutor this card with Matron and make it uncounterable with Cavern of Souls. And it says when it enters, you can exile a creature card from your graveyard and then exile an artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. I think that's gonna be pretty good in the meta game. We can kill the problematic enchantments like Beanstalk and Leyline Bindings and stuff, and also artifacts. There's lots of artifact decks around you wanna kill, like the Amulet of Vigor and stuff like that. We have a Trash Master too. He's really cool. He's a Lord for 4 mana where I can sack a goblin to destroy an artifact. So 1 off to kill amulets, kill hammers, and destroy hardened scales, hopefully. And then I added some generic graveyard hate and Electron hate and Cascade hate. What we have to notice, Gravedigger's Cage is really good against like Yawgmoth, but it also stops us from casting cards off the top of our library, so we only want to play it when it's really good, like against Yawgmoth or some Dredge decks or Reanimator or stuff like that. People often play just 4 Leylands of the Void, but I like these cards better because Cage is good against Yawgmoth too, and Relic is good against Murktide too. Taking out their graveyard is pretty good. And you draw a card, so I'm not sure if I love putting in 4 Leylines against Murktide. I just want to have like 2 Relics. But we'll see. I haven't played Goblins in ages, but this is the list we're gonna play. And let's jump into a Modern League and see how it goes. It's probably like Hardened Scales, one of these decks where it's kind of dependent on what matchups you run into. You usually love playing against grindy decks, mid-range stuff, because our stuff is also so grindy. Here in this view we see the curve. Like the curve is pretty high, lots of 3 and 4 drops and the Kiki Chiki too, but hopefully the mana advantage package helps. In Legacy you even have Goblin Lackey, which says is a 1/1 for 1 mana, and when it deals damage to the opponent you can just put in a Goblin card from your hand on the battlefield. But in Modern we have to cast and vial our cards. There's many lists who play 2 Kiki Chikis. They like lean heavier into the combo because if you draw the card you can't put it on top anymore. But I think it's just fine to have the combo, but we don't have to win with it every time. There's so many ways to win. Just aggro them with your lords or control the board and kill them slowly with card advantage. Alright, we have our first match on the draw against Aaron Father 85. I'll keep this. Ether Vial is always nice to see in your hand, but there's many ways it goes away, like Thoughtseize, Prismatic Ending, those types of things. But alright, I'm super excited about playing Goblins again. Let's see what we can do here. Opponent mulligans to 6 cards, and here we go. Ooh, Affinity. So let's just play the Cavern. The Trash Master in the sideboard already looking spicy. Opponent is doing the thing. I always type zap. The first thing in the chat, opponent said they're doing the thing. And I said the same. We are also doing the thing. Hopefully. Urzas Sagar. Spring Leaf Drum. Affinity Gaming over there. Do we have a cranial plating? Wow, I haven't seen that in a while. The good thing is we can munitions expert something. Because when they equip, it probably has only 1 toughness. That being said, we're not doing much else right now. I'd love to get the second vial done, but I think we'll have to wait. Cast expert, we could do it right away, or I think I want to make them equip and then do it. I don't think this deck runs removal spells. This says equal to the number of goblins you control, so if it gets destroyed in response to its ability, you don't get any damage. So for now, let's play Swamp and then cast Expert when they go to equip. And maybe they do something else anyway. Next turn we can Violin Snoop, and we're really slow here, so we could die to Affinity, but they're also not that fast for now. If they're on the Saga Construct plan, we probably can keep up with that. Scary would be like Thought Monitor into a lot more... Momento, into a lot more card advantage. Okay, just main phase, construct, tap it, and equip. Yo, Rudi, thank you so much for the resub. How you doing, bro? Opponent now has a pretty big construct here. Whoa! Oh my god! Scale of Chisgoria, target creature gets +0/+1 until end of turn. What the hell? You know, in all the things that could have happened here, I would not have thought about Scale of Chisgoria. That's amazing. It has flash, so they probably had it on our turn, and it wouldn't have mattered, but we could have played Munitions Expert on our turn. Like, maybe they just drew that. Oh my god, that was insane. And we only have the one, the 1 damage. I didn't block because we hopefully get some more stuff down and... Ugh, okay. Yeah, we're pretty much dying. Oh, they say it's anti-Bowmaster attack. Yeah, we're not doing much, and we probably die to this now, but we'll see. As long as Goblins isn't dead, it has a chance, you know. I guess they can get a Shadow Spear now, and we're pretty dead, but not quite dead. Or do we just die? Let's see. Yeah, the floating mana, so that means Shadow Spear equip, but not another construct. So that's 10 trample damage. Depends what the last 2 cards are, I guess. Maybe there's something else. Currently working on my Halloween project. More music. Oh, they just got Welding Jar. Maybe just have the spear in hand. Like, spear's really good here. Maybe I should have just blocked this. It's a 9-1. Maybe that was dumb. Look at the top 5. Reveal any number of artifact cards and put the revealed cards into your hand. I have not seen that card. Awesome. But actually, them going for cards and not killing us with Shadow Spear is maybe good for us here. Okay, they got 4. They do have a Thought Monitor now and a Sojourner's Companion. So we need to top... Are we dead? Ugh. That means we have to block with Snoop too, because we had 12. I guess we should have blocked earlier. I was gonna say we have to top deck the Harbinger, but now... Spellroom, but no mana to activate. So we have to double jump block, and then I don't think we really have any outs, sadly. If I blocked this, I would be at 20. Yeah, that would have been better. War Marshal on top. More music, but with spoopy. Nice. Yeah, now they can regenerate too. Do we want to draw that card? Maybe yes. Can do some more blocking next turn. Well, if they just equip the flyer, we're dead, right? So we have to correct the fetch and hope to, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure we're just dead. That's okay, we have some hate in the sideboard and we were on the draw too. But yeah, no. Yeah, I pinged this. If I blocked, it would have been dead, and then we can take this and leave Snoop around and hope to draw exactly Harbinger or Matron. Let's see if that happens, and I'm gonna be mad at myself already screwing up the first game. That's Horde Master. Ah, no, I don't have a Violon too, though. So, like, otherwise we could maybe play this Violin that, see if there's something on top, but we wouldn't have any more mana anyway, so just go game 2, that's fine. Alright, we play these. This has Exile, so it doesn't care about regeneration, which is kind of cool. You have to get a creature in the graveyard, but that's pretty easy for this deck actually with the Prospector. And we can also just usually block with something. But this card has Echo, so we just let it die. So we can take out some of the slower stuff. We probably only need one ringleader if we're empty-handed and need to tutor it. That could be good. Take out one of these. 61, and maybe one of the... Creator Maker can also kill colorless things, so that's pretty good. Experts are nice. We just want to be fast, and Fnatic can be good. Just ping a thing, like in this game, ping the 0-1 when they don't have the scale. It's so cool actually that we saw the scale. And we want to keep everything for the combo, I think. They also don't have a lot of removal probably. Oh, actually, we could have played the Void Mirror. I haven't played against Affinity in so long, no, but they can just have colored mana, right? Just can't play free spells. This is mulligan, sadly. Too many lands. Okay, this is pretty good. Trashman can be really taking out the trash against the stack. Yo, pro momento. Thank you, Crackshot, for the resub. Wanted mulligans to 5. Affinity is probably a good mulligan deck since it has 8 cards that say 1 mana, draw 2 cards. And one of it is even a flyer. Thanks for the resub, Crack. Can't believe it's been 14 months already. Where does time go? Insane. Welcome to the old Goblin stream. Alright, the opponent is at 5 cards. And we do the old Ether Vial into don't do anything for a turn, most likely. Would be sick to draw the... What's his name? Mog War Marshal. Because that's a lot of bodies for Trashman. Alright, opponent has Saga, Drum, Mem Knight. Now also any removal spell would be okay. Except if they have Scale again. It only costs 3. Oh wow. Opponent unloads their hand on turn 1. I haven't seen that in ages. Affinity used to be a deck in Modern that did that before Thought Monitor and the new artifact lands. It was more like an Affinity deck that didn't have any actual Affinity cards. Alright, that's the Harbinger. So we're not doing much, but at least they also don't have any pressure for now. Like usually now, Affinity is a little bit slower. It takes like 2 turns to do the setup and then dumps the hand and then draws a lot of cards, but this is quite the start from the opponent. They can make a pretty big construct, but we can take out the trash this time. That's nice. Say W in all caps. You know you want to. No attacks. Scared of what? Anything? Actually, they just want the mana, right? Could attack with 1. Alright, can I have a land? Maybe? What man? We can pass then, I guess. Really slow this time, but we can at least go Hordmaster, Goblin Matron into Mogg War Marshal next turn. And then Trash Master the turn after, so we have to survive as long as that. Which could be tough to do, considering what the opponent's got on the board, but we'll see. I think we have to jump block with Hordmaster this time. We do even get the trigger, it says you can cast it until the end of your next turn. So if you lose a goblin in your opponent's turn, you can cast the card until your next turn. But we're gonna excel a land that we actually wanted. Heathing Needle! Oh no. That's not good. Now I have to be afraid of Heathing Needle off of Woods' Sagas. Actually, it's good against Hardened Scales too. I should have responded to the thing. Didn't really consider Heathing Needle. Opponent has lost connection to the game. Should I just concede? I mean, we're probably not winning this without our Ether Vial. If I vialed in that, we have the option to top deck Masked Vandal. Because we could block. But since I didn't do that, we're pretty dead here. Alright, yeah, let's just move on. Opponent is disconnected. I hope they don't... Like, if they have a connection problem, they still deserve the win, and we just go match 2. I don't wanna wait. Alright, match 2. Could have played it out, but we probably would have lost. There was a chance the opponent would have timed out, but I don't wanna really go for that, honestly. If they play really slowly or something and it's a close match, of course I let it open, but if we are this far behind, I didn't come here not to keep Ether Vial hands. On the draw it's sketchy because there's a lot of Thought Seizing going around. Okay, Island does not cast Thought Seize, but it does cast Spell Pierce. But we are not afraid. Goblins are not afraid. Goblin Bowmaster when? That's not a land. Like, the exact opposite of a land. Yeah, Blood Crypt Gaming, fetching, paying 3 life on the first turn of the game is something I'm not used to. No Spell Piercers, let's fucking go. We are not scared. Okay, it's Living End. Dude, usually when I play Hardened Scales, I love Living End. Because you can play all your stuff, sacrifice it to Ravager, and then get it back. We can kind of do that with Goblins too, but we're not as fast. Like, we can't unload our hand as quickly. Grief. Well, at least it's a turn 2 Grief. Yeah, you should take this card, I think. Maybe they're afraid of the combo and take Snoop. But we're kind of far from doing that. They have not yet printed a Goblin Graveyard Hate card. Which is kind of sad. There's a Goblin for everything. For every job you wanna do, there's a Goblin for it, but not for Graveyard Hate. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I missed it, but I think so. Never didn't have it. Yeah, I said that they had the grief because otherwise we could at least sacrifice stuff and get it back. That being said, at least we do get the Prospector back when they're Living End, so we can just pass. And like, we're not doing the combo next turn, we would need to top deck both the land and Harbinger. I mean, there's always the chance that Kiki Chiki is on top, but without a Harbinger you can't really combo anyway, since you needed to end the combo. Anyway, we could at least, when they're Living End on their turn, if they have Shardless Agent, get Skirk Prospector back and then cast this and destroy the Grief or something. We'd probably still lose against 2 River Winders and the Generous End, but you never know. The cool part about Goblins is that it does have the combo and good value. So you can, like, What am I trying to say? You're never dead if just because the opponent's dead ahead on board. You might just clutch it out. Anyway, do I want to cast this now? It's a bit awkward. Like it wouldn't really do anything. If the Violent 2 now anyway, and if we don't draw land, we can still play these two. Instant speed. Okay, War Chief is actually not the worst, because next turn we can Violate in and then cast something else. But the opponent's gonna get some board here. We're gonna get a 1-1. Okay, no, they don't have the Violent Outburst. Interesting turn of events. Seichu Huenduis played out. I thought it was gonna be time to hardcast Curator. Yield until end step. Maybe they're waiting with their combo until I have some stuff. If I draw land though, I can go War Chief, Sling Gang, and then I have Sack Outlet again. Okay, land on top, nice. So I think we do that. I mean, we could go for the combo now, since they probably don't have Violent Outburst. Play Violin Matron, play Harbinger. What are the odds they had the Outburst but just waited until we do something? Because if that's the case, I want to Violin War Chief, cast Sling Gang, and then we're sort of proof from the combo, because we can sacrifice our board in response to Living End and get it back. And we would even drain them a lot. Once again, we are in a situation where it's like, do you go for your kill? And give them, or do you give them credit to have the thing and be conservative? I'm gonna just go with my intuition and do the War Chief Sling Gang line. Possible that this goes horribly wrong somehow, but but if they don't have it, we still almost kill them. Actually, they're kind of sort of dead, or almost dead. If they're Living End, we sacrifice our board. They go to 10, then we get it back, and we have them almost dead. So they would have to double Living End, but then their cards are gone. Alright, so they do have it, so I'm glad I played it this way. I love playing decks with sacrifice outlets against Living End, it's so much fun. So every creature dies, and then every creature from every graveyard comes back. Gotta make sure the sacrificer last. Yeah, that's funny. Either they just drew Violent Outburst off of the draw step and cycle, or they had it and waited for us to make a move. Which I don't think is the case usually with Living End if you already have 4 cards in the graveyard. You just cast it. Yeah, but like, who's ahead now? They had 10 life and we have 6 goblins on the battlefield. That's kinda amazing. I guess we can put in the Masked Vandals to kill Leylines of the Void. Actually, that doesn't work, because you need a creature in the graveyard. That's quite sad. This card can never kill Leyline of the Void if they put it in from the opening hand. Because you need to exile a creature card from your own graveyard. Opponent's going in. I mean, what else are you gonna do, right? Are you gonna die? Can I take 12? I think I can take 12. Do the old block and sack. And we have them dead in many different ways now, I guess. Was it only 10 damage? No, I gained 2 life. Okay. Opponent discarded the Expert. Not afraid of our matrons. Do I want to draw this? Or I could searched and draw something else. But I think it's fine. Like, we could now get Pershalic Mons, and then the opponent's just sorta dead. We could get another Sling Gang. They're just dead in so many ways, right? And if they living end again, we get our board back again. You don't have to stack so much. Can't even put it in words. Let's cast Pershalic Mons. Let's fetch first, just in case there's something insane on top. When Warchief is out, you can cast Mock War Marshal for 1 mana, and then sacrifice it for 3 mana. It's really sick. It's like Goblin Dark Ritual. There it is. Let's fucking go. This is so awesome. Or we get 3 pings. We can like probably play a whole deck now. It's so awesome. But we just win, right? You get 2 Hordemaster triggers. This is insane. I'm glad I chose to play this deck today. And when this is out, everything you sacrifice pings to. Really showing off what this deck's capable of right now. We might be able to play through the whole deck here. They could Living End, but they're just dead in response. What, we win? But you had 8 life points left, opponent. And Chalice for the Cascadening and Void Mirror too. I only own 1 Chalice, otherwise I'd probably play more Chalices and fewer Void Mirrors. Felix, the cage actually doesn't work, sadly, because Living End puts the cards in exile first and then puts the creatures from the battlefield in the graveyard and then puts the creatures from exile onto the battlefield. And this doesn't have any exile clause. Masked Vandal doesn't work against Leyline of the Void, and there's not really much else we want to kill, I think. So we put in these and take out... There's a lot of sideboard cards anyway. Fnatic probably doesn't do much. Prospector, and I'm glad we were able to put in the Sling Gang this game before the Living ended. Like, if they had it 1 turn earlier, I'm pretty sure they didn't have it. Anyway, this doesn't do much. I mean, it kills a creep, but... maybe take out a Matron, 1 more. Sling Gang is actually one of our better cards. Expert doesn't do that much. We could play the Blood Moons. Playing a Blood Moon on turn 3 on the draw, probably not good enough. Maybe we play it on the play, since like they don't have a lot of basics. Let's see if they fetch basics this game, if they're like scared of us Blood Mooning them or not. Right, a bunch of 2-drops, no Sacrifice Outlet, no Ether Vial, no sideboard cards. I'd keep this generically, but here I think we need one of the things I just mentioned. The Prospector, Relic, there's a keep. Put Kiki back. Of course, now we are light on ways to kill them, but we'll find something. Leyline of Sanctity? UFX proof, sure. Now I can Blood Crypt. So with Leyline of Sanctity, target player. So you have to target yourself with this to sacrifice stuff. Basically lose a life and gain a life. But it's not completely disabled at least. Alright, I'll just cast my Prospector so they can't grief it away. One of our better cards. We can still play that right next turn. Blood Crypt. What are the black cards in the opponent's deck? I guess the Grieve. Leyline of the Void. I wonder if they also brought in the Leyline of the Void. Okay, that's a lot of lands now. That's not great. But you know. Alright, it's Matt Ross, their opponent. What you got? You haven't even cycled any creatures yet, which is kind of funny. Do you not have any blue mana in your hand? Is this gonna be one of those miserable games where both players have the shittiest draws ever? No cyclers? What is happening? Did you change your deck now? Is it Chant mid-range now? They finally found a Forest Cycler, which gets them a green-blue land, I guess. Breeding Pool has entered the revealed card zone. Yeah, can we please take that? Oh, I can't target them with the relic ability. That's funny. I guess we can bring in the Vandals then. Alright, I'll play the War Chief, and if we have to relic, we can sacrifice something, but it's not looking too scary for now. But that could change, of course. But I believe we have to cast stuff in order to get anywhere in this game. And now, if we get to our next turn, we can cast this for 3 mana and leave up relic activation. Thankfully, this doesn't target the player. Exile all graveyards. Striped River Winder. Yeah, that's kind of a banger. Swamp Cycling. It's crazy how thick the living end creatures are these days. Cycling for 1 mana, and they're all like 6/5s with Ultra Menace, 5/5 Hexproof, and 5/7 Reach. I think if they living end, I trade the Prospector for their graveyard instead of sacrificing and getting my stuff back and letting them get theirs back. Like, I have the option to just sacrifice my cards and let the living end resolve, and then I have these two and they get those 3 out. But I can also crack the relic and make it so... well, I have a War Chief and they have a Shardless Agent. I think I'd rather have War Chief than Prospector. I have another sacrifice outlet here for the next living end. The 2/2 is actually gonna be kind of good on the board, funnily enough. So maybe we can find a... Okay, we're gonna have a lot of things, but we can't ping the opponent. Okay, they get a 4/4 and the 2/2. Alright, this goes away. Wait. Oh, I should have sacrificed it. I don't know why, but in my head, after the relic activation, it was like... It was dumb. Sacrifice that after, well, how would I have done it? I could have gotten back only the Prospector, right? Because sacrifice this and it gets exiled by the relic. Anyway, so there was not really a way to get the War Chief to stay on the battlefield. But we could have a Prospector in play by sacrificing both those things, like cracking relic first with the mana from War Chief and then sacrificing Prospector. All that being said, we can't ping the opponent, so it's sort of a race now. Maybe we can find the Horde Master to pump our board and just attack them. They're at 12 living and takes a lot of self-damage. How are they at 12? Did we attack them? Or like I see 6 points of life here. Is that Grief? Grief's pretty good. Architects of Will. That's just a 3/3 and you can rearrange the top 3 cards of my library. Yeah, so I'll probably draw a land. Artifact creature. Right. Oh my god, so unlucky we drew another land. Not sure if we want to do the fetch ending now, but I think we do, because... I mean, let's think about that way. They saw 3 cards, and we drew the worst of the 3, and we'll draw the second worst next turn. Is it better to draw the second worst card of 3 random cards, or draw 1 totally random card? Those are the real questions. I think it's actually just draw. I mean, if there were 2 lands, we are definitely drawing another land. If there weren't, there would have to be 2 good cards. Let's do the fetch. And now we don't attack into the 3/3. We can do some blocking. So we want to draw like a lord. Horde Master is kind of a good lord. 2 mana pumps your team. So I could have the Prospector in play, but besides that, everything's sort of going by plan. Kill that. Go to 7. Maybe we do have to block, since I can never block this flyer. Maybe we can get rid of it somehow. Obviously, drawing so many lands is not ideal. This leyline is actually doing a little bit of work for the opponent. They would have gotten, well, drained for 1, but 6 mana is generous and hardcast. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Opponents also on the floodplain, but it's working out better for them than for us. We're pretty dead, but I'm never gonna count ourselves out. Could draw the Horde Master and do some nasty stuff. Okay, this is an expert, but probably not good enough. Well, we can kill the flyer, block the architects, go to 3. I should use K1, but I don't think they have any counter magic. Correct me if I'm wrong. Subtlety doesn't counter things, it just puts them somewhere else. We can't block that except with 3 creatures. Alright, we need sort of a miracle, but what if we draw Matron and get like... Matron into Horde Master could do some stuff for us. Another Sling Gang. Buys us some time, but not really much. Since we can't drain them. I could leave a card in hand, honestly, just as a bluff. We had 3. Send that guy. We need to like put 3 blockers onto the troll, that's not good. Just, it's a triple jump block. I think we needed a better draw here, even though Sling Gang's a good card. Not against the leyline, really. Wait, really? Wait, what? Oh, they just wanna win with the flyer, but that's not gonna do them any good. I think they just screwed up the game. Because we get Munitions Expert back. I don't need to sacrifice the tokens, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, what the hell? Ping that. Get a lot of tokens. Am I missing something? Maybe they thought I couldn't activate through the Leyline of Sanctity. That is the upside of playing a deck people don't really know too well. What you got? Am I still dead? No. Cycles River Wander. That is awesome. I shouldn't have 6. If they're leaving end, I need to sack my board again. We win the match. Opponent, you made an oopsie. I was almost gonna concede, and then you made a big oopsie. Well done. Rogue decks for the win. And moving on. Okay, that was awesome, and we are on the play against the Mordekaiser. Ugh, there's a lot of mana sources. This is a hand where if we draw one of our, like any of these pieces, it's pretty sick. But if we don't, we're just not really doing anything. How hard do we believe? It's like draw one of these 13. Snoopy's also okay. A Herdmaster. I'm gonna believe. I'm a big believer. If you watched my streams, you know that. And it's possible that that is a bit sketchy, but we'll see. Maybe they kill our Ether Vial and we're happy to have 4 lands. Maybe we draw only lands and die, but then again, we play 21 lands, 4 vials, which are the draws we don't want to see now. Everything else sorta has some value. Plains Prismatic Ending, there we go. Plains Prismatic Ending, alright, what are we playing against? Can't be countered. What you got now, Plains player? Why does this Plains have such a weird frame? Nayer. It's just 4-color Omnath. Let's see if I like this matchup more with Goblins than with Hardened Scales. Actually, do I pay? Like if I draw any 2 or 3 drops, I wish I didn't pay. I'm gonna pay. Where's Kiki? That could do some stuff. But this is probably a Solitude Leyline Binding deck, so it's always possible they just have answers. No green cards in the main deck. I'm just gonna fetch Mountain. Cast that. Usually you wanna attack first, but I don't think it makes much of a difference, and I like the F6 value. Now I can just do this and see what they do. Alright, nice. Like, that's slightly suboptimal gameplay, because if they do something, you wanna maybe sacrifice something. But I kind of felt it that they wouldn't. Ooh, there's Horde-Man. Let's play him. And see, then we can attack for 6, and if they kill something, we get some extra value, maybe. A Leyline Binding, I knew it. But I always like forcing the card out before you do something. Okay. I could sacrifice this card because I get another Goblin, but I don't have any. I'm not gonna use the mana, so I'll just sacrifice this card and hit them for 3. And if we hit the 1 or 2 drop, we can cast it. Just the Mountain. Didn't want to draw that anyway. I mean, it wouldn't have been terrible because we can cast Kiki Chiki, but... Sacred Foundry goes to 11. Is it the 1 ring time? Ren and Zix. Pretty good. But it basically just dies. There's another Prospector. I just play the lieutenant. There's different lines you could take. Like attack first. Reprieve. Okay. Do you have Solitude too, or is Renin 6 just gonna go away? Reprieve. So basically just remount, but better. Because it doesn't say counter the spell, so it works through Cavern of Souls, which is actually oddly relevant here. Right. Watch a cast in for 5. Utopia Sprawl Gaming over there. Your chosen color is black. Elish no one, Mother of Machines. Now that is rude. This is like the last card I want to see with goblins. I don't do anything anymore. Well, except that. But we don't get any ETB triggers. We still get death triggers. The opponent is at 10. Just thinking, we need to beat this by just killing them. We're never gonna get much value. This doesn't make tokens. But for now... I think we play the Horde Master and the Prospector. And if everything goes well, we can like Kiki-Chiki the Lord next turn and maybe just attack them. But now like Solitude does a double kill. So it really depends what the last 3 cards are. Land and cracks it. They have like 7 mana here, what the hell? What are we really playing against? You know, the Sprawl, and last card is, let it not be Solitude. Six, 7 mana, Tibalt Cosmic Impostor. What the fuck? This is like a Bring to Light deck, right? Where you can bring to light for Tibalt too. Exiles Horde Master. So we just sacrifice it. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because sort of... Okay, Matron on top, but that's just a 3 mana 1/1 under the Elishn one. One is it's 0 cards. 9 life. Ooh, another Horde Master is actually sick. Why does it have to be an emblem? Why is it not just an ability? Because if the Planeswalker goes away, you can still cast the cards. It's kind of funny. So they can't cast it because you sacrificed it in response, but if we let it exile, they could cast the card that was exiled. You might have to kill the T-Bart though. He actually should block the token, I think. We can sacrifice this. If we exile the Flesh Goblin, we can make use of this mana. Not the Prospector, okay. Opponents on 0 cards with just an Elishn, so it's really just about what they're drawing. Yeah, we're not casting this Matron, but it doesn't do much for us anyway. And soon we can just kill them with Sling Gang. Yo, nice, they just concede. I wouldn't concede. I don't know why people always concede. One said, well, that was sad. Like, you're not dead on board. And I don't know, maybe I have 2 lands in hand or something. What is this? 8 mana sources in a row, yeah. That sucks. But good for us, good for us. Probably Blood Moon. We can play the Masked Vandal if we want. Void Mirror counters any evoke spells, but I don't think that's really good enough. Dude, Eleginar is really rude. We have no answers to that. We only won because Supone flooded out and was already so low on life. I think we want the Blood Moons. The question is, what do you like? We're pretty good, well set up against control decks generally. Either you kill them fast with the combo or you grind it out. Of course, it's hard to grind out when they have Eleginar on, but I think that's usually not a 4 if they have like 1 in the deck or something. I don't think we want the Void Mirrors. Trashman, no. Let's play the Blood Moons. We did come here to play Blood Moons. Maybe one of these to tutor it up if we want to exile a Leyline Binding, or probably an up the Beanstalk deck too. We got T-Balted. That is crazy. Fnatic can go out. I don't even know what to cut in a matchup like this. Like, any Goblin we take out dilutes our Ringleader plan, which is kinda sad. And every card is sorta good. So is it worth it to bring in 3 Blood Moons? Opponent's still going on in chat about how unlucky they were, and it's true though. This is really hard for me right now. Creator Maker. Maybe one of these. Because they don't have that many creatures. Yeah, let's only play 2 experts, I guess. They're skilled planeswalkers, but the T-Balt is also a one-off that you usually get with Bring to Light. Against the Prismatic Ending Leyline Binding deck. Pretty sure this is a mistake, but I can't say no to the Ether Vial hand. Let's just draw lands. Not a land. In response, fetch Triumph. It has to be in response. You can't just let spell resolve. It's not a thing that you can do. Alright, I should have known, or I should not have kept this land. Alright, never didn't draw it. Cannot cast anything though, that's funny. Can actually not cast anything. So we need another land. That's why I said the swamp is not amazing in the deck. It's the actual reason. Look at the mana costs. Okay, well. Now we have perfect mana. This probably doesn't survive, but at least it attacks for 2. Up the Beanstalk is so good. Why does it need to draw when it enters? Like, even if it gets killed, you're not losing cards, you're gaining card advantage when somebody uses a removal spell on it. Omnath time or Prismatic Ending for X equals 2 with 3 colors. I can live with that. Sadly, we're not putting stuff in the graveyard. I would really like to kill this before they start chaining Solitudes and shit. Turns out Skirk Prospector is the best card in this deck. It's good against Living End and against the Prismatic Endings. Omnath, Locus of Creation. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Landfall whenever land enters again for life. Oh, no lander. Interesting. We still can't put the creature in the graveyard. I thought it was easier, but maybe we can with Matron. Maybe that's what we want to do. So we can at least kill the Beanstalk next turn. They don't have a land in hand. One definitely has Solitude when there's the pause here. They're like, am I dead to the combo? They're not. I think they have Solitude in hand. Yeah, maybe we can find a window to kill up the Beanstalk and have them not get insane card advantage going. That land, gain 4 life, make 4 mana. Is it T-Balt time again? At least now we have the Skirk down, so nothing gets exiled. Overgrown Tomb. Makes 4 mana. Bring 2 light, draw a card. That's pretty good. Yuri is also kinda good against us. Way better than it is against Hardened Scales. Because with Hardened Scales you usually just have a Ravager and then when you only lose like 1 card or 2, but not all of them. No need to do anything here, sadly. Just probably die to the Fury. Not the Beanstalk, do I just concede? I guess we can't just concede because there's always a chance they don't have the combo and or they don't have a removal spell and we do Snoop combo. Wow. One is high on reprieves. Harbinger top. What are the odds? They have nothing. They didn't have a land earlier, so their hand is full of spells. 7, probably 6 Leyline Binding. Yeah. We're not winning this Leyline Binding, draw 2 cards. Opponent shows the hand, I don't even care. I don't even... Do we want more experts? I don't think so. Maybe. Yeah, let's just try to do the combo kill, maybe. I guess I just always play decks that are sort of bad to the 4-color control decks. Alright, this is juicy. It has to kill if we get a land and they don't have a removal spell, but that deck is just full of removal cards, so probably not happening. Maybe we can sneak in the Blood Moon and they can't cast their Leyline Bindings and shit. They do have Basic Forest Utopia Sprawl, so if they get that down, they have lots of colored mana. But we shall see what happens. Godless Shrine. Actually 5-color gaming over there. Okay. Ether Vial late to the party. Do I just play that to draw the Prismatic Ending from their hand? I'm gonna go with yes. So the opponent's gonna be like, why you fetching main phase? Well, so I can have 6 on your turn. Like, I could have gone Snoop and hope to draw land and hope they don't have a removal spell. Okay, no Prismatic Ending though. They can Leyline Binding anything here by fetching green, red, blue, Triome. Does that exist? Do they have that? No land. Still cast that. Land would have been nice to play the Blood Moon and punish them. Because they can't Leyline Binding when it's in play. In response, fetches a Tri-land. No, fetches a Plains. So reprieve again. One is really high on those reprieves. I mean, I can see it. Now they don't have green mana. It's easy to find now, any fetch land does it. Island. What is happening? Tefos. Very always annoying, but we can kill him if he bounces our thing. Please let me draw land. Blood Moon not looking that good, but they still wouldn't have green mana or red. Well, no green or black, I guess. Land, please. What are you doing in my upkeep? Why are we pausing? Ugh. Yeah, the deck only has 21 lands. Maybe in current year, you can't rely on your ether vials anymore. There's way too many ways to answer them. And then 21 lands is a little bit low in a deck with this many 3 and 4 drops. Can Solitude my thing now. Which is annoying. Because then the fairy sticks around, I guess. It's not that good against us, but yeah. Prismatic Ending has entered the exile zone. Deal 0 damage. Yes, please. Breeden Pool. They have the Abundant Growth too. So, Blood Moon actually not doing much now. They can still cast Leyline Binding for 3 mana. And they have all the colors of mana. Let's see if we can attack this Teferi. It's probably not happening, but I think this is still the best play. Yeah. They probably just Leyline Binding. Actually, are they F6'd? Cool, no instant speed removal in hand anymore? Like, that felt they just pressed the F6 button. I guess we could have prevented the Bring to Light by casting Blood Moon. And in this board position, the big Planeswalker is still a big problem. Mother of Machines. This deck's a nightmare for Goblins. It has like 5 ways in the main deck to get the Mama of Machines down. And it's so good against us. Like, this is not just a 1-1 with Echo. I guess when he dies we get a token, but that's not really why you play it. I just want to concede because you play Goblins because of all the ETB triggers. This card sucks to see on the other side of the board. The Omnath draw 2. And we have no answers to that. Omnath gain 8. Actually, no, it's gain 4, make 4 mana. Because it says it counts how many times the ability has resolved. So this time around, we're not beating the Elishno, I'm pretty sure. I'll take another turn, I guess, but... Topia Sprawl, choose color twice. No, that's not a triggered ability, it would be kind of funny. You can choose color and then choose again. 9 and 6, actually not that great here. Another Ren and 6, okay, sure. Yeah, you can't die to the combo because this doesn't have an ETB effect anymore, so no reason to be afraid of the Snoop, honestly, just kill the War Chief. I mean, it allows us to cast more cards from the top, so still not doing nothing. I mean, they only have 2 cards in hand, I guess, but all our spells really suck. Like, 16 is a lot, and anytime they play a land, it gets even more out of reach. I think we can just concede. of the Beanstalk draw too. This card, I swear. Ah, yeah, I'm out of here. They just do the thing every turn. GG's. I should type GG's. It was kind of a cool conversation in chat there. Anyway, on to match 3. And we're back on the play against Dr. Cheese. Nice. This time I'm not even... I don't even get the chance to consider the Ether Vial hand since it has no land. Ugh. I guess this has a potential turn 3 kill. So we keep it. Let's just put the Sling Gang back. Because we don't want to draw second Sling Gang and not be able to finish the combo in time. Anyway, we're Blood Crypt, tapped gaming for now. There's 9 1-drops. Like, I built the deck so we can usually have a turn 1 play, but if I'm already mulliganing, I'm not gonna mulligan again to the 1-drop. Let's just see if they have an answer. Blooded Strand says most likely do. Oh, Magua Marshal on top. We found a land too, so there are some odds we win on turn 3. Would be cool to see the combo. Rockring Triumph again makes me kind of sad. Maybe they just play a Ren in 6 and die. Can still have Solitude though. Temple Garden, Ren in 6. Okay, so Solitude or bust. But if I know these decks, they always have it. The good thing is, compared to Hardened Scales, we can just go for it. We wouldn't lose the whole board. We would just lose one card that they Solitude away. Alright, let's see if we get to do the thing. Probably now Solitude's that, no? Put Kiki Chiki on top of the deck. Make a copy of this. Make a copy of this. So either you have Solitude and you're just slow rolling me, or you're dead and making me do the thing. Okay, nice. So you make like 17 of these, or maybe more of a good measure, and then copy the Boggart Harbinger and put Sling Gang on top. It's cool that we got to do the turn 3 kill at least. Blood Moon Gaming for sure, and some of the Masked Vandals again. It's possible that I shouldn't even have 3 in the sideboard. I might not ever play 3. So it's some sort of 4-color Rock Green Triumph, Ren and 6 Solitude, Omnath crap. Hopefully no Elish Norn. Like, if there's no Elish Norn, we always have a chance to sort of clutch it out, I think. It always pains me to take out Goblins, because Ringleader and Hordemaster wise, it's better to have the highest creature count. But it's still pretty high. It's still more than half the deck, not Goblins. One more card. Probably another Expert. This is the same config as I did last time. Not sure. I think the War Chief is actually good in the matchup too, because it gives you some explosiveness that they have to answer. Most lists don't even play him, but I kind of really like him. I'm gonna keep this. We have 4 lands and the Vial. They probably want to answer our Vial, and then that's fine because we have 4 lands. And we could draw Snoop and have potential turn 3 again. Miss the Rainforest. We go Mountain Ether Vial. Or as the cool kids say, Mountain. Why do people say that? Is it just a dialect thing? Mountain. Just don't say the N or the T because you're too cool for it. God, I hate Prismatic Ending. It's my least favorite card ever, because it destroys all my favorite cards. But it is what it is. Alright, let's play Prospector and fetch tap land. Opponent didn't fetch in response to my spell. What is this? Can't just do that. You can't just fetch end step. Rin and Zix. That's quite annoying. Oh, okay. They're not even killing Prospector. Opponent likes to live dangerously. We need another 1-drop though to kill the Ren and 6. It's been so long since I played fetch lands. Thankfully online it's really a smooth experience. Alright. I guess we start by attacking the Ren and 6. Can ping it for 2. This card's really good in these decks. They just rely on their land drops so much. But we can't kill it here, so I think we could play... We actually have decisions to make this time. I love it. What are the best cards to tutor up here? Like maybe the Horde Master to make everything bigger. It dies itself to Ren and 6. Could get a War Marshal to get more board. Could just get a Snoop to have the potential combo. Decisions. But I think this time we probably won't go for the combo. They have a lot of time to find answers. Yeah, let's cast Matron. What's the pause? Maybe I've been too slow though. Imagine playing a 1/1 for 3 mana that actually does something. And not just doesn't do anything. Like in the earlier game. I really hope I can clear the Ren and 6 next turn. Does that mean I want to get a Mog War Marshal? Do these decks run Furies? Like, against Fury we want to like maybe get some more X2s at least, or the Horde Master. And let's get the Horde Master. Next turn, it is looking maybe good to be able to kill this. Depends what they do now. I tapped land gaming. Temple Garden. Is it the 1 ring time? There's actually another reason why I wanted the Masked Vandals. Because it exiles the thing. You can take out a 1 ring. Might also wanna just add some Pithing Needles. At Fairy, sure. Bounce my Matron. Okay, just upticks. So you have a Prismatic Ending instant speed available. Okay. Now we do get to clear the Ren and 6 at least. Could just go for a Ringleader, attack Ren and 6, but then they could like Leyline Binding or something. And we still don't destroy it. So I'd rather go Horde Master and Expert. Fairy is allowed to stick around for a bit, I guess. I already missed my Prospector though, because of all their exile cards. I'm not gonna trigger the Horde Master a lot. That being said, Ringleaders might be pretty good in the matchup. Leyline Binding, okay, sure. At least they don't draw 2 cards off of it. Alright, so opponent has Teferi and now 3 cards in hand. I don't hate the position, but can always go wrong if they have like the ring. We'll see to play it out. Usually I'm scared of this card when I play Hardened Scales. 4 mana, Omnith. Teferi about to ultimate on us. Goblin Wodji. Yeah, let's just lead some rings. And we could go Wodji into Harbinger. Put something good on top. Like another Expert. And then cast Ringleader for less, maybe next turn. Yeah, I think that's better because it's mana efficient, but fetch first, because otherwise, when we cast this and then fetch, they can kill it in response. Actually, Swarm Forest Island doesn't really do that either way, but whatever. Alright, how do we play this? So many options, and many of them seem good. We could Vandal, take out the Binding. We could get just Munitions Expert to kill the Omnath. Could also like get another Matron. Let's get the Expert. I kinda wanna kill the Omnath. Opponent has 2 cards, maybe they don't have much, and then we can, like, you know, attack them. Crazy, I know. Up the Beanstalk. Draws a card. Why does he draw on entering? That card is so good. Island. That doesn't even make Omnath mana. I like it when my... Wow, they're attacking. Are there any board wipes incoming? I did not consider board wipes. I'm not blocking though. I mean, I could just trade 2 things, but then they can take out 1 with a removal spell and I lose both to a removal spell. Do people play... Okay, no. People don't play Supreme Verdicts. I was getting sort of scared of one. Let's lead some rings, shall we? Maybe they have instant speed. No, they didn't even use Teferi on their turn. That's funny. Alright. That's pretty good. Do we try to kill Teferi? It's not very good on the board, but I guess yes. That's 4 mana. They didn't uptick, right? Maybe they're trying to cast Supreme Verdict here and they forgot to... Oh my god. That's a thing that can happen. In that case, I'm not gonna cast anything right now, I think. I think they have Supreme Verdict, but forgot to uptick the Teferi. That's also why they attacked with Omnath. Interesting. That's gotta be the thing that has happened here. And after the verdict, we still have some stuff to play, which is great. Depends what their follow-up is. They have the Beanstalk in play, of course. Kinda sad I'm down to 2 ringleaders in the deck. I used to play 4, but they are really slow. But like, in games like these, they're pretty good. I know about your secrets, opponent. 4 mana. 5 mana. Oh, is it Bring to Light again? Don't Elish on me. Bring to light, draw a card. I'm just gonna press F2. If it's Elish none, we are kinda losing. Imagine playing goblins and then running into 2 Elish none decks right away. Time warp. Okay. That's pretty good. Draw time warp, draw 2 cards. Oh my god. Oh my god. Probably not beating this, but there's a chance they don't draw any relevant cards. So much card draw up the Beanstalk is so good. You cast Bring to Light and you cast the spell you find off of it, which means you draw twice off of the Beanstalk. I guess we play that now. Maybe I should have played it earlier, but I'm still pretty sure they have the Verdict in hand. I could have prevented them from gaining some life and us taking the damage. Probably won't matter at all. At least Verdict doesn't draw a card. But yeah, they have it, right? There we go. Sadly, no Hordmaster in play. I'm not sure, maybe I did get baited into casting my thing, even though I shouldn't have, but... I guess now we get another ringleader and see if that's gonna be good enough. Maybe I should have fetched first, but no, I'm not gonna fetch, obviously. I have another basic anyway. Wow. 5 mana, take an extra turn, draw 2 cards is pretty sick. Ugh. This is why I have the 3 Masked Vandals, and maybe I should just play all of them. This guy is too good. I think you have to try to kill it every time you see it. We are learning here, which is good. Like, this league might not be the best, have the best results, but at least we're learning. We're not dead. They have 4 cards, but they probably now have, like, just hardcast your Solitude and draw 2 cards off of it. And that's gonna be really annoying. Maybe I should have tapped differently so I can play Masked Vandal when I draw it off of Ringleader. I can, but I have to take 3 life points now. Okay, that is a thing that did not happen. I draw 3 cards. Who's a better card draw deck now? I'm pretty sure they are gonna cast a Solitude, destroy my 2 cards, and draw 2. But I'm still gonna attack. Wow, that didn't happen. What is in your hand, opponent? Cheeky on top. We could upkeep. If this sticks around, we could upkeep, make tokens. But there's like no way they don't have like Leyline Binding now. Leyline Binding, 1 mana, exile a thing, draw 2 cards. Yeah, next time I see a deck like this, I'm playing all my Vandals. This card needs to go. They don't have any removal cards? What is happening? Did you only draw lands? Right, Leyline Binding. Ugh. Imagine if Elish Norn is in play, then it even exiles 2 things. 1 mana, draw 2, exile a thing. It's too damn good. Where is my destroy all enchantments? Yeah, this is an experience for me. Goblins used to be good against control, but it can only be good if you get rid of their insane card draw. The 1 ring. I hope you choke on it. Can I have 5 Masked Vandals, please? I mean, I am gonna draw the Kiki, so... we could technically, like, copy it, but... There's a small chance we can drain them out. Attacking doesn't do anything at the current point in time. I should have done this in the other order. No, it doesn't really matter. Dude, I hate all these card draw effects. Especially the ring. It's so dumb. In response to me making tokens, you're exiling this. I can't target you right now. I'm still sacrificing you, targeting myself. Maybe I shouldn't. Gain the life instead of putting it in the graveyard. I don't know. Like, we could beat the spells, but we're never beating all the card draw. We have 7 potential drains on the battlefield, so maybe there's a chance. But they're just gonna go Supreme Verdict again. Yeah, there it is. We have a single Goblin token versus an opponent with 7 cards in hand. I'll draw another, but we're so dead in this. Control decks are different from how they used to look like. So like, still can't really concede, but they're just drawing too many cards. I have good spells. Like, if my stuff would survive and I could do some copy shenanigans, we could actually maybe kill him. Another Solitude, right? No. Yeah, it is another Solitude. That's definitely enough. I played this way longer than I needed to anyway. Yeah, we won game 1 though, so right. I'm gonna play all these now. Fuck your enchantments. Is the Blood Moon worth it? Probably yes. We could even cast it on turn 2 with the Prospector out. Maybe we go a bit lower on the combo, but it's enticing on the play to try to do what we did game 1. So hard to make cuts, all the cards are kinda sick. I hate taking out Mons because you can go for the Mons plus Lingang Pingening too. The one lander Ether Vial Blood Moon, what are the odds they're not gonna kill our Vial? Very slim. Yeah. Okay. Once again, we didn't come here not to keep Ether Vial hands. And it is a mistake, but it's what I wanna do. I believe. Plains Prismatic Ending. They always have it. Alright. So they can ley line binding it on turn 2, I guess, when they see I don't make a land drop. Let's just draw the 2 lands, please. Look. Yeah, that's me being too greedy once again. Like, there's no way this sticks around, right? Would even have had the combo. Maybe it is a situation where just like I'm keeping, there are some ways it goes right and there's a lot of ways it goes wrong. Yeah, there's no way they have neither Leyline Binding nor Prismatic Ending in their hand. Dude, this Blood Moon would be so sick here. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance? I hate how their removal spells never put anything in the graveyard. Okay, land on top. They probably need to kill this, and we get to Blood Moon them. Green-blue. What is green-blue? Oh, up the Beanstalk, sure. That makes sense. Thanks, I hate it. Tap land. Alright. Do we do the Solitude check or do we just go Blood Moon? I think Blood Moon is really sick here. Like, then, if we play Harbinger, we win immediately if they don't have Solitude. But if we play Blood Moon, they just can't really do anything. Except play the Solitude. In response? Why in response? Just because you can. So they did have the Solitude. Once again, I made the right decision. I'm good on that today. Earlier, game 1, I went for the kill and they didn't have it. That's a nice mana base in your 4-color deck opponent. You have the planes? That is so lucky, and I can Leyline Binding my Blood Moon. Can even cast the One Ring. Of course they have the planes in hand. Like, why wouldn't they? I'm not mad, you're mad. I don't have black mana now, which is sketchy. Can't do the combo anymore. Didn't have a fetch land though, so. Man, why did they have the Solitude and the planes? So neither of my planes would really have worked. This must be like one planes in the deck, right? You just can't win. This has 0 planes, but it looks a little bit different. Lorien Revealed is a good one though. That's always gonna get them at least island. Well, now I locked myself out of casting these and the opponent still has cards to play. That is a thing that has happened. The worst part is that they can cast even the Prismatic Ending on 3 now. To unlock their green cards. Maybe that's what we want to happen. So I don't have black mana, I just play the Ether Vial. But they have the ring going. So I'm not sure if we like win this in any way. Leyland Banning Joy card, oh my god, I'm so sick of all of this. That takes out the Blood Moon though, so we have the combo online again, I guess. They draw 4 cards. This deck draws every card, like it's insane. How you gonna beat this? Guess by killing them on turn 3 like we did game 1. They are at 12, but they're gonna play Omnath and gain more life. Blah. And then they can play another ring to be protected and not die to the ring. Troll Amroth. Now this is my personal hot take, but I hate the alternative names for cards. Even worse when you look up a deck list online and it has in the listing the alternative name. That really grinds my gears. Ugh, Leyline Binding, of course. 10 cards in hand. I don't wanna live in this modern world anymore. And there is some world where we instead do some Vandal shenanigans, but got McHaven. I mean, I could bring the Blood Moon back, but that doesn't really do much for me. So, I don't have any creatures in the graveyard once again, anyway, so... Could Matron for a... Could Matron for a... What's his name? Yeah, I guess we do that. Prospector. Und weil den... Und dann cast die Vandal. And can I destroy all of these fucking things? Every single one of them? Oh my god. I don't think it matters. Yes, there's only one chance. Kill that. Get the Snoop back. Say, okay, maybe you don't have an answer, but you're drawing like all those cards. Another option would be to try to kill them, but they're gaining a lot of life, so that also seems impossible even with the ring life loss. It's just so miserable to play against, I don't even know what to do. Maybe click the concede button as quickly as you can if it gets to this stage of the game. Like, these decks lose if they stumble in the early game and you have a lot of pressure or a combo, but even then they have these solitudes to make it harder. But at this point, when they have all of this done, like, what are you gonna do with your Goblins deck? But I've complained enough. I'll just see what they do and then probably concede next turn. That's good enough for me. Time warp, draw a card, I'm done. Two Omnath decks in a row. Sure. I need to find a way to beat them, but didn't find it yet. Let's play one more. Alright, gamers, one more time on the play against Checopo88. Can we find another... Okay, this is the actual turn 3 hand. No disruption, so maybe we can play against a combo deck that does not kill us on turn 2. If it's Amulet, we probably win. Or Tron. Beat them before they assemble Tron. Hopefully not another Solitude Hell deck. This time I didn't even keep a hand that depends on an Ether Vial. But I've never done that before. Recombat main phase, cast spells and activate abilities. Blood Crypt tapped gaming. What do you got, opponent? Is it Flooded Shrine and Misty Rainforest again? No. Why do I say things? Just be Murktide maybe. Okay, we can probably beat Murktide. Or it's at least not as bad. Reg a van. Opponent regs some vans over there. So we have options. We can just kill the Ragavan. We can go for our own combo and take a Ragavan hit. But that loses 2. They play like probably for 3 bolts for what's his name? Unholy Heat. I think I'm gonna go with the Fanatic. He is actually his time to shine, possibly. And maybe like this is way too conservative and you should just go for the kill, but I'm too much of a mid-range grind fan to not do it. Dude, where is my put the combat damage on this deck? Ping your face for 1. And against Murktide, I just like getting rid of the threats. Would even be better if it was the Channeler. I like having Cavern of Souls, because this is a counterspell deck. Time to play 2 cards out. Wanna counterspell this? Wanna counterspell the uncounterable? Here is a tip if you ever play Goblins on Magic Online. There is a hotkey where it says hold to auto mana. But what that does is, if you read this fine print, it says it uses the first available mana ability. So never use that with Cavern of Souls, because it uses the colorless mana. I've done that one time in my life, and oh, it's Jeskai. And it was in Legacy, and then I played a Goblin that was counterable, and then they had the Force of Will or something. So don't use that thing. Fire! Okay, so they did have an answer. So once again, I'm glad with the decision I made, not going for the combo. Is this a Jeskai combo deck or a Jeskai tempo / control deck? It probably has the Underworld Breach combo. Attack for 1. Do we want to get a Ringleader, or do we want to get a... They're not doing anything. I think this Cavern of Souls might be good here. Yeah, let's play the Matron. But what do we tutor? Decisions. This is why I love Goblins. You always have so many choices. Sometimes they don't matter and you get up the Beanstalk, but sometimes they matter a lot. Maybe it's Hordemaster time, maybe it's another Snoop time. I'm kind of not doing well mana-wise. Could even get like a War Marshal, get more board presence and the option to get more mana. Could just get a Ringleader and hope to find the land. It could be quite good here, except if it's a combo deck and we just die. I'm not really sure. Let's get the Snoop and put the pressure on them to deal with it. We already have some things on the board. Fire would be annoying again. It's pretty good against this deck. Dude, we haven't done much. We haven't done much Ether Vial gaming. Maybe the meta game is just not friendly enough for Ether Vial. Snapcaster Mage is pretty annoying. So it's a Jeskai control deck, Flame of Anor, Snapcaster Mage type stuff. With some tempo elements. Everything's better than 4-color Hell. Can I get a land? Oh, I guess we just keep casting Snoops. Kiki on top. That's actually bad. Because we only have the one. Many lists play 2 to still combo when you draw it, but... So opponent doesn't know that and has to kill our Snoop. Which is fine. Snapcaster beatdowns. Three cards left. Just play another Snoop. Maybe there's a 1-drop on top. Kinda don't want to 2-drop Goblin to the top, because we kinda want lanes too. We do get lanes. Flame of Anor time. Maybe should have killed Snapcaster Mage. Yep. 3 mana Kill my thing, draw 2 cards. Turn target wizard you control to its owner's hand. Oh my god, that is sick. Since when does that card exist in Modern? That is an Onslaught card. That was the last block before Modern. So if the game goes long, they can just do Snapcaster shenanigans. Or if I try to kill it. Maybe they do that end step and then I can kill it. So it's wizard tribal. It's just control, I guess. Okay. Inspiring Vantage. That's pretty advantageous for the opponent. Get it? Man, these matches are not going well. I gotta admit that much. Yeah, that's not bad. But I feel like we're getting controlled again. Usually you can beat that, but these Harbingers are like meh, in the case you're not doing the combo. It's like really bad Matron. Okay. Sadly, we can't go ping it when they go to bounce it, kill it. So we kind of just have to let this go. Man. This game's not going well, even though this is a matchup that I think is a good matchup, so if we can find better draws, we can get them Baral. Wow, usually when I see Baral, I'm like, I'm dead. Because it's played in Storm combo. Man, this laboratory is making things awkward. I don't know what to do. I like how, did you guys see that? There were 2 K1s, but they were on separate piles. And when I tapped one, then it decided now they are the same. And it put them in the same pile. What you doing? 3-man, that doesn't work. If that spell is countered this way, but it isn't gonna get countered, it's just draw a card, I guess. That is the difference between Remand and Reprieve. Well, considering how these are going, I'm glad we got 1 win. Could just get a ringleader. Alright, yeah. Oh, he cost 1 less to cast. I was like, why didn't they have to tap? I was hoping they would finally tap down at least from using the laboratory. But that's not happening. They had the 1 red floating for some reason. They overtapped for the remand. Right, now they're finally doing the thing. No, they're not doing it. Smart opponent. Okay, now we at least get to kill the Snapcaster Mage. Except if they have a removal spell for Munitions Expert. But I feel like we have to make a move. Love how good Lorien revealed this. Weird draft island cycling come on. Suddenly it's played in every format. They have the answer. Do I just concede now? I feel like we're so far behind. Yeah, let's just concede this game. There's a small chance we could make the comeback with the ringleader and shit, but it's not looking good, so. We could play the relics against Snapcasters, but I don't think we want that, or the cages. I think this is actually a good matchup that we can. This game just went so weirdly. We only drew like expensive cards. And if we draw some of these, we might have better odds. Or if we have some mana boost going, I don't know. Don't really know what to expect from them. I think we just submit. Let's play one Masked Vandal to kill some potential, I don't know. I'm not really expecting anything annoying, so let's see. Famous last words. Ugh. These one landers. Is 21 lands just not enough? Oh my god, I guess we keep that. That's kind of annoying. Would love to just top deck the Prospector or, of course, lanes. But on 6, I think you keep the one lane Ether Vial hand. But I feel like we're getting sort of unlucky today. Prismatic ending and it's over. Firebluff Canal does not cast Prismatic ending. Alright, yeah. Once they get to 3 mana, they can just flame my Vial. Flame of Anoa. Or Abraded now, okay, no. Baral. So, Jeskai Wizards, it's really cool actually. Land, please. Oh, so almost a land. I'll take it. Lay off my Vials. So we can Violin Wogmar Marshal and then on upkeep Violin that guy and get the Echo Death Trigger. It's something. Is it the old slow roll land or are they also mana screwed? I don't know why people feel the need to do the second main phase land drop sometimes. No, okay. Not a case of that anyway, so no flames so far are happening. Good for us. I love Mogwai Marshal, one of my favorite goblins, especially with Skirk Prospector and Horde Master. So much cool shenanigans going on. Fire. There's fire. Yep. That's nice. We kind of paid 0 mana and they paid 2 and we still get a token out of the deal. I think we do the uptick and Violin thing. Could also Violin Harbinger though. Yeah. Or Metron. Yeah, let's do that. Because we might draw land anyway and cast the 2-drop. Not a land. So we can Matron and put in a 1-drop if we want to. All of Stone Giants. Bonifac's tap land. We're all gonna go aggressive again? Nope. Alright, so it's Matron time. What do we want to get? I hope they don't have another fire that cuts pretty good against us. Let's get Expert to try to kill Varal. Yeah, let's do that. Because no wizard means no flame. Still need the land, kinda. So this Vial stays on 3. 3 is a good number in this deck. This goes to 2. Land would be pretty nice. Ugh. So if we go expert and they have fire, we can only deal 2 damage to Baral. It's kinda annoying. But I kinda don't want them to do 3 mana, destroy a Vial, draw 2. But they could have both, of course. Man, land would have been so good. Like a fetch land to just cast this, just cast that, and then expert have a lot more board presence. This was totally a winnable matchup, but the position is so bad right now if they have another fire. So we just go, you don't have another fire. I'm not looking. Single removal spell is fine. Don't fire me. Okay, it's just happening. That is very good. Because they could destroy our Vial, but they wouldn't, at least would not draw 2 cards off of it. Except if they flash in Snapcaster here. Which is a thing that could happen. Nope. Alright, what's in your hand, opponent? You didn't have a land drop earlier. So 7 spells, I guess. Lorien revealed. You must have just drawn that, I think. You don't want to play out the land? What? Misclick, probably. Thankfully, there is second main phase. Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Okay. Since they didn't have that fire, we have a chance this game. The fairy, sure. Can bounce my Vial, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. You can thankfully do that with the fairy out. You just can't cast a spell. I might just put a Prospector to the top now to get some more mana going. Could also War Chief. Actually, War Chief, Valid in, cast Hordemaster attack for a lot. I like that. We're not drawing a land then, but we would attack for how much? War Chief and Hordemaster, that's 6 bodies. He steals 1, the other steal 6, 7 plus 4. We would deal 11 damage. Yeah, let's do that. Could also kill the Teferi if we want to. We're not drawing the land since we put a goblin to the top, but we put up a lot of pressure. Also not recasting Vial. So it is 13 damage. They just concede. I don't know why people always concede. I guess, like, you're not dead on board, but I guess you know you're not coming back from this position. I don't know, they could have Brotherhood's End or something. Like, by conceding, you're telling me you don't have that card or top deck potential. I mean, you don't have double red, so you would have to draw a land plus that. Still. I usually like taking at least another turn. Anyway, yeah. I think it's a good matchup that's totally winnable. Ether Vial showed its strength here for sure. That's actually one of the hands ever. The Secret Foundry, is it Ragarvan again? Nope. So Lightning Bolt Gaming. This deck must have prismatic ending, right? Why would you not put that in your 3-color control deck? But please don't cast it. Hall of Storm Giants. Red mana, blue mana. Baral. Right, I can live with a Baral. Hopefully. Or the Master. Master. Casting it. If they go to kill it on their turn with like a Flame of Anoa, they could kill both our things, which would be annoying, but this time at least we have mana, and it would mean we get a trigger, I guess. Flame is so good actually in the wizard deck. So I'm actually sort of always scared of that card, but not much else. Baral getting in, not blocking. Just cast some random stuff that doesn't mess with my board, please. Nothing is also kind of fine. The cool part about Flame of Anoa is that it doesn't matter when you kill the wizard after they already put it on the stack, because the modes are chosen and that's final. They don't get unchosen if you kill the wizard. That being said, could sort of play Flashy here. This is actually, I made fun of it earlier, but a situation of the old second main phase land drop. I'm gonna attack and see what they do. And then if I don't play Matron, I can just play the fetch land and fetch a tapped land. Because if they play something, I'm gonna try to kill the Baral. Which loses to Lightning Bolt specifically. Because they can cast Flame for 2 mana. Choosing modes right now, I'm pretty sure. Do you want to draw 2 or do you want to destroy Vial? They do the draw 2. I'm gonna go to kill this now and hope they don't have Lightning Bolt. I think I want to do that. Maybe that's a bit too forward. They would have to waste Lightning Bolt on a token though, so that's something. Actually, we go to 4 bodies. So Lightning Bolt doesn't really help them anyway. Hallowed Moonlight. That is a bit too late. If a creature would enter, should have cast that before this happened. But still now it wasn't cast. Yeah, should have done that before actually no, I can just go no on the Ether Vial then, I guess. So I just don't get the token. That doesn't say non-token or anything. I don't have to do this in response here, but I guess they don't draw the card yet. And they can't draw like Subtlety or whatever. Which they probably don't play. Anyway, I don't get the token, but that's fine. And the Horde Master goes away, maybe we can find a 1-drop. No, we did, nice. Alright, we're ahead on board, they're ahead on cards. The old Goblin tradition, but we have Matron to totally make up the card disadvantage too. But Flame is good. I like that the opponent's playing a Flame deck. It's probably not the best deck in the format and probably not by a long shot, but it's really cool. Another Baral, yep. Opponent's really barraling over there. It's cool because now they can still do a flame. So this is just barral, snapcaster, flame, dot deck. Really nice. Are they doing it? No. Ragavan. That's not... Okay, we can totally beat a barral and the Ragavan. I like that I always play decks that are good against Ragavan, but bad against all of the other stuff. I think I'm a Violin Hordemaster and then get a trigger off of War Marshal. So Echo, dying, trigger, and I can uptick my Vial. Yeah, that's pretty nice. We don't pay here. We get a Goblin and a Hordemaster trigger. the bug where it asks you twice still exists. Hordemaster and Prospector together are actually so sick. Plus War Marshal. So it's a cool engine. Can cast that now. Nice. We draw another one. Play that uncounterably. Do we want to do more? Oh, we can cast that too. Sick. Oh, right. I would have had to not fetch and sacrifice 2 things. I don't think I want to do that though. Just cast another Snoop and pass the turn. I don't know if there's anything we can run into here. That was a downside of the fetch land. Couldn't cast the War Chief off the top of the deck. That's okay though. I hope they don't have Brotherhood's End or any shenanigan like that. What is this? Blossoming Calm. Insane. Why are they playing that? Sideboard card, right? You gain Hexproof and you gain 2 life. I'm not a burn deck. I don't think that's a good card against me. Like Goblins is everything but an aggro deck or a burn deck. It's a combo deck, it's a mid-range deck, sometimes it's an aggro deck. But it's not a deck that cares about the opponent gaining 4 life and hexproof. Except like if they kill me on the next turn and I can't kill them, but... I think we don't want to go to 4 on the Vial, maybe we do. I mean, we could just go for the combo kill now. But... we can do a lot of things and I'm pretty sure we're winning this. The combo loses to like Snapcaster Mage, so maybe we just want to get max value. I don't want to uptick the Vial, so let's go no on this. I could Violin Mage and then put it to 4, but there's way more 3 drops than 4 drops in the deck. Alright, we could Mage on for War Chief now and then cast this for 1 mana, which is kind of sick because then we can sacrifice it, draw more cards. But actually, if we search once again, it's not on top again. We could just cast that for 2. Alright, let's do that. Get the card advantage going. Ringleader on top. It's kind of sick. I wish I had a War Chief in play, but still. You wanna remount me again? It can't be countered. Opponent has hexproof until the next turn. Reprieve, that works. That works. Still just gets bounced to the hand though. I could play the Ringleader, but I think I want to get the... Oh, do you have another Hallowed Moonlight? All of that shit to just buy time. Opponent likes cantrips. I guess they're good with Baral. Oh, there's Flame. Kill Horde Master, draw 2. I can make mana, which I'm gonna do, but sadly it doesn't prevent the card draw, because it also targets the player. We did now get the ringleader to exile before it gets shuffled away. That's sick. One's doing lots of stuff. Lightning bolts, Snoop, sure. And now it's my turn to do stuff, right? So what if I get War Chief? Well, I don't have all the Horde Master triggers anymore. I'll just get another Horde Master. But War Chief is kind of sick. I can then play Marshal and Ringleader. Alright, let's do that. One mana Mog War Marshal, which is a sort of a dark ritual, goblin ritual with Prospector art. It's so sick. We can cast this and that. Don't really need the Harbinger. Maybe we find another War Marshal. Kiki Cheeky on top. I guess we just do the combo now. That's so funny. We don't have black mana though. But we have infinite red mana now, so we can just do a lot of other stuff. So should have fetched Blood Crypt. Another thing we learned here, kinda. I like how it puts the new one always on the same spot. Dude, this is so awesome. This is why I love goblins. You lose a lot because you're kinda clunky, but when it does its thing, it's absolutely beautiful. Ah, look at this. How do you not just love it? And I mean, it all has haste, so opponent is so dead. I should have made more things. Then I would have had more mana. I think probably doesn't matter anymore. I could have won straight away, I guess, but it's good enough for me. Any way to clear the top of the library? Not really. A lot of triggers. Didn't I? Okay. Imagine they have some sort of combo and we lose now. One really loves the barrels. That's nice. What set this is from? It looks really cool, like the inventions from Kaladesh. Is there any sort of like board wipe or something? I killed two barrels, but they keep coming back. But K1 means it never does his trigger anyway. The discount is good though. Mana Dork. That doesn't die to any pings. Very down to Revel sometimes. Come on, opponent, you're dead, we both know it. That's so rude. My poor Ether Violet was so young. Oh no, my Echo. Oh god, I'm almost timing out. That's crazy. Well, back to the deck and still a little bit slow, so I guess that's fine. Kill the third Baral. Alright, yeah, we won another one. So only 2-3, but it was first league back, and I feel like what was the first match where we lost? We beat Living End and Wizards, and we lost to Omnath twice. What was the first match? I totally forgot. But when it worked, it worked. And still gotta tweak the list a bit, I guess, but it's fun and I'm gonna play more of this. If you're watching me on YouTube, thanks for also sticking around for the non-hardened scales content. And I'll see you in the next one.